Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for January 29th. Hope everyone is off to a great start on their Tuesday card. We know all access customers are starting off well. We got a couple games pending, so you can hit that link below to see how we did on Tuesday. Before we start, I just want to once again thank everybody who jumped on board with even a single game package, a long-term package. Every single one of you that got a 30-day package, an annual pass. I appreciate everybody. Very grateful for your trust. So let's roll our sleeves up and let's get ourselves some winners. And let's just take a quick look at what all access customers have done. Just a 40-23, 64% run over the last 7 days, 1,482 units won. That's number one overall on Pickdawgz.com. Last 30 days, 58% winners. Good for 3,384 units of profit. Also, number one on Pickdawgz.com. It's a really good feeling when the only hype that you need is your record, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So if you're contemplating an all-access pass, well, now is the time. Of course, viewers of this show have enjoyed quite a few free play winners. Didn't quite get there last night, but we have a real strong play for Wednesday. So very hopeful that we'll break that small little losing streak. But nonetheless, the elite plays, the top plays, absolutely smashing bookmakers, and I hope everybody is profiting from that. Let's get into what we're looking at for Wednesday's all-access card. We have a 38-game college basketball card. We'll start things off with Old Dominion and Appalachian State, and this is all that college basketball customers have done. I mean, it's insane. Even to look at these numbers over the last week, we've cashed 67% winners, 702 units. That's number one overall at Pickdawgz.com amongst cappers with at least 21 plays. 67 and 41, 62% winners over the last 30 days, 2,193 units won. That's number one overall, and 56.2% winners this entire season, plus 2,532 units won. So don't let another day pass, guys. We're absolutely smashing every sport, but specifically college basketball. Absolutely on fire with that. 11-game card in the NBA. We'll have three selections, 63% winners in the NBA over the last 7 days, and a 5-game National Hockey League card where we will also have another 3-game pack, 61% winners last 7 days, number one amongst cappers with at least 10 plays, 56% winners in the NHL over the last 30 days. All plays are recorded and documented up on Pickdawgz.com for better or worse, so you can check those out whenever you would like. That adds up to a 9-game schedule for Wednesday, and of course you can jump on my annual all-access pass that gives you access to every play that I release from every sport for one low price. Comes out to be just about $4.11 a day. So it takes you right through next year's NFL and college football season, the NBA, NHL to this point, next year. So you can get every play I release for one low price. And of course, that also takes you through Major League Baseball. And we're not that far away from pitchers and catchers reporting, which is always a good time, always a good thing to hear, because we love baseball and we love to dive into that. And it's a very long season, and we'll have you covered with a season-long pass here pretty soon. Okay, let's head to your free play. 685, 686, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific, between Northern Iowa and Drake. Friars are a 7-point home favorite with a total of 123. That number opened at 123.5, so it's now settled down into at 123 at most spots. Northern Iowa 13-8 straight up, 13-7 ATS, 12-7-1 to the under. Panthers are coming off a pretty good road win against Indiana State. They were a 4-point favorite. They're favored to win that game, but pretty decent victory, and they've covered 4 of the last 5 games, and 3 of their last 4 games have cashed unders. Drake 18-2, another great year. We'll talk about that in a second. But Drake is 18-2 straight up, 9-9 ATS, 11-7 to the under. They're coming off a tough 7-point overtime game against a team that they probably should have handled a little bit better, but that's really been the case over the last 2 games for the Bulldogs, who, despite an impressive record, have really not impressed the odds makers, and you can tell by the numbers that they post, despite a really good straight-up record, not just this year, but over the last few years. Drake has cashed 3 overs in their last 4 games. Big news out of Cedar Falls. Obviously, the loss of Leon Bond suffered that partial patella tear of his patella. And when you watch Ben Jacobson's press conference today, he was asked about the status of Bond, who obviously is not going to play in this game, and you really get the idea he's not going to play at all this year. So you take your sophomore guard off the court, not just any sophomore guard, one that shoots 56%, gives you 28 minutes a game, and I think you have a massive problem. For Drake, I don't think people understand. We talked about this a second ago. I don't think people understand how good this program is. They're 63-17 over the last 3 seasons. They're off to their third best start in program history. And without Bond in the lineup for the Panthers, I think this opens up more chances for Bennett Sturts, who averaged 21 points per game last year. He was the conference player of the week. Leads the Missouri Valley Conference in scoring. The Bulldogs bench also terrific, averaging 24 points a game during their 6-game win streak. Tavion Banks has been absolutely terrific in that role. He comes in and there's no drop off, and that's why a bench is very important. Not only when you're betting sides, but also when you're looking at totals. Is when your bench comes in, is there a massive drop off which eats up minutes? Not with Drake at all. NIU was one of the best shooting teams in the country, but I do think without Bond, I think they're going to be lost for a game or two while roles are defined. Now, they did play, he went out at the 11-minute mark of the first half in their last game, but don't think that that's going to carry over. I think they're going to struggle over the next 2 games to look for some leadership on the court. So we're going to take Drake -7 as your free play, and I would get on this as quickly as possible because when people start putting one-on-one together, they're going to say, "Oh, I'm going to pound Drake," and I think that's what we're going to see. And I think that number is probably going to go up to 7.5, maybe even see an 8. But if it sticks at 7, I'd be very surprised. Just maybe people aren't digging too far into this game, but we're going to take Drake as your free play -7. Now go to pickdawgz.com. Where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded on the website, including my all-access pass for the next 365 days, just $4.11 a day. There's something there for everybody, guys. You got a 3-day pass up there, a 7-day, 30, 90, and then, of course, the annual all-access pass. I can't thank you enough for joining me. Thank you so much for the consistent viewership and hitting the like button. All that is much appreciated, and like we talked about it yesterday, how we had more viewers than we've had, since coming back to do the show. And that just continues to run, or just continues to roll up every single day. Our average viewership continues to grow. So thank you so much for that. We'll see you back here tomorrow for Against the Public on Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Wednesday.